So in production, if you are making your product for a particular set of people or more, except you are in a place that, oh, this is the customers I want to, or you just made up your mind that this is the customers I want to be producing for. I'm not for other grade of customers. If you're like that, no problem. But me, I have products for different grades of customers. Beautiful morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I just came to the workshop now to do some things and to also meet some people coming for consultation. And I got a notification, and it was a comment. Someone commented on a post I made that I should talk more on that post. Now the post is about a student that it's like actually a free training, about a student that said this is the soap she made, and it's for the she used the soap to mix to wash. It foams very well, but the problem is the soap was dripping out. It was dripping water. Why was it dripping water? The quantity of STPP I gave is like one of the soaps I made on a live training on YouTube, like YouTube or TikTok. The quantity of STPP I gave and the water, the STPP did not dissolve well, and she added extra water. Adding extra water is not wrong. Get me? Adding extra water is not wrong. Okay? It's a good idea. But where she got it wrong is the quantity of the total water she used. The total water she used, what was the percentage? What was the ratio of that water to the oil? Okay? Every step has a purpose. Every measurement matters. Every ingredient matters. Every percentage have a reason. Every step have a reason. Every procedure have a reason for that, except you are doing formulation. So for those that have taught formulation, you understand what I'm trying to say. If you are doing formulation from scratch, and before, okay, for instance, this soap here, it's made with palm oil. Okay, and this is the second time I'm trying out this. This is one of the soap I'm going to be teaching in my snack money training. Okay, snack money training. The first time I tried this, I was trying to create something. I was trying to bet something that people can use and work, that is not costly. You get? And this is the second time I've tried it. Okay, I just got it this morning. And if you are doing a formulation, like I was saying, if you are doing a formulation to be a different thing, you know that, okay, if this thing fails, if this batch fails, I'm going to repeat it. Then if the batch fails, you'll be able to know this is why the batch failed. It may be too much water, too much fragrance, too much this, too much that, depending on the ingredients you are using. But when you're not doing a formulation, when you're not creating something new, you are working on something that somebody else has created, and you are twisting it, you are manipulating it, you're going to have a problem. You're going to encounter a hitch. Trust me, I said it. You're going to encounter a hitch. Except you are a formulator, that you know what you are actually doing. Okay, as I was saying, the quantity of water she used in that batch, what was the ratio? What was the percentage? That's why when I'm teaching you, especially for free training, please follow the step. And I always say in my free trainings, if you don't have the particular thing I use, just tell me. I will tell you a substitute. I will tell you what you use to, yes. If you don't have this A, I can tell you B or C or D that you're going to use that will work exactly perfectly like the A that I used. I don't expect me to, when I make a free training, I will be, saying everything about that training. The video go long. Like I always say, this production formulation of products is vast. It's vast. If you think that you know it, this one, or tomorrow you see like you want to try something else, and when you keep trying things, the more you try things, the more you grow, the more your knowledge expands, the more you see things, the more you realize things. I don't know if I'm making sense here. Okay, so the person added just a little, whether I don't know, little, but she added extra water to the quantity I gave. When the SCPP could not dissolve, and she end up making the soap like that. Now, as a beginner, if I was the one that added that extra water, and as I was about pouring my soap in the mold, I may have seen a sign that, oh, this bag is about to fail. This soap is about to fail. If this soap hardens, I'm going to see water under. I'm going to see water at the middle. I'm going to see separation, a kind of. So if that's what I want, I will go ahead and do it. But since you are not a formulator, since you are not a pro, you are a beginner, you should be able to follow steps, follow procedures till you master what you are doing. Till you master what you are doing. Like so many brands have taught formulation, they can attest. If any of the brands or any of the company can see this video, they can attest to themselves that what I'm saying is true. When I'm teaching you formulation, I will tell you all the things you need to know. That's why to come and teach 1 liter bar soap, I will post it, everybody will just cast doing it. What if you now have an order, or you want to twerk, or you want to, how would you be able to know that this is the actual ingredient I'm going to use for this thing? Even in our bar soap training class, the beginners class, where I taught like bar soap formulation class, you will see the percentage of your ingredients. You see ingredients that are similar, and the percentage at which you should use them. Okay, that I said that soda ash is a builder. Okay, it helps to soften hard water. It helps to boost the volume of your bar soap. That does not mean that if you want to use it, you now go and use it 50%, use it 40%. And when you use it too much, depending on the people you are selling to, there's so many things to say. There is so many things to say. But thank God that if any question comes, I will use the question to say some things to help some people. Okay, depending on the people you are selling, there are customers that will tell you that they don't like when they are washing clothes, or after washing clothes, when they rinse it, for the water to be cloudy. They don't like it. One. So depending on the customer that you are selling to, if you have customers that they don't like the water being cloudy, that is where your formulation game change. And that is why I don't usually make soap and pack in carton and sell. I sell based on order, because I have known my customers. I know what they want. I have customers that they don't even mind if the water they use to rinse their clothes is cloudy, as long as the soap foams when they were using it to wash clothes. They don't have any problem with that. Am I making sense? So that's it. So if your customer does not like that, you should be able to remove whatever ingredients. One of the ingredients that causes that cloudiness after rinsing is calcium carbonate. Soda ash does it too, but not as much as calcium carbonate. Okay, if you have customer that doesn't like, the customer that don't like seeing salt on the surface, you should be able to know what to use. And there are soap that when you use it to wash clothes, when you rinse that clothes, like dirt would be deposit back to the clothes when you are rinsing it. I taught this a lot. I teach this a lot in my detergent class. I always teach this particular thing I said now in my detergent class. If I've taught you detergent, you know that I will hit it. I will always hit it on the head. If you want your customers after rinsing their clothes, for the dirt that they rinse off not to deposit back, that is where formulation comes in. Okay, so in anything you are doing, especially when you have attended a free class, if the trainer or if the coach tells you use 1% of silicate, use 1% of soda ash, use 1% of calcium carbonate, use 1% of kaolin, use 1% of caustic soda, use 1% of perfume, use 1% of color, use 1% of any additive, please do it. Except the trainer or the coach did not show you the video of exactly what she did. But if you watch the video of what that coach did and you like it, please follow that step. Let me talk about these two soaps. This is one. This one don't have. You hear the sound? You hear the sound like company factory. No, it don't strong. Okay. See this one, it don't strong. Never reach 1 week. This one never reach, particular one never reach 1 week. This one I just cut it this morning. But see how hard it is. Okay. Now these two soaps are the same components. Okay, similar components. Okay, this is different oil. This is different oil, but all the additive that were used are the same percentage. Can you see how shiny this is? Can you see how glossy this is? Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Now see this one. You see, for different customers. So when I'm teaching you this thing, I'll soon release this class. I'll soon release this class this week, yeah, or next week. I'll soon release this class, and I tag it snack money training, snack money bar soap training, because the training fee is just your snack money. It's money you use for snack in a day. That's what you use to learn this particular soap. This one and this one, just these two. For different customers, see perfume. You must see perfume now. See perfume now. Just little quantity of perfume. Okay, so if you have customers that want this one, in that training I'm going to explain the kind of customers that you should make this one for. Then in that training, in the same training, I'm going to explain the kind of customers. Perfume they make me choke. Just little quantity of perfume. They choke me. They choke me. They choke me. Okay, so I'm going to explain again the what. Excuse me. The kind of customers you should be making this one for, the kind of customers that you should be making this ones for. So in production, if you are making your product for a particular set of people or more, except you are in a place that, oh, this is the customers I want to, or you just made up your mind that this is the customers I want to be producing for. I'm not for other grade of customers. If you're like that, no problem. But me, I have products for different grades of customers. Yes, I have a bar soap that I sell 700 naira. I have a bar soap this size that I sell 700 naira, and I can still sell this one 700 naira because it looks like the one I sell for 700 naira. It performed the same way, even if not better safe. Okay, so I have different products for different grades of customers. Okay, hope I've answered the person that asked the question. Okay, so in your production, please don't twerk, don't overdo. Even if you want to overdo, contact that coach. Oh, see. Anybody that knows me will know that I am open to everybody that comes to my DM. I am open as long as the question or whatever you are asking me is related to a free training I have dropped. But if it's not related to a free training, I'm not going to ask you. I'll just guide you. But for all the free training I have dropped, all my free training, you have access to my DM for correction, for complaint, for anything concerning that free training. But for paid training or what I have not trained for free, I'm not going to give you the whole of my time or the whole of my mentorship. Okay, thank you everyone.